What's up, YouTube? What's up, X? We're back. We're going to do a little scalp and chill like we do in the Coliseum. Hanging out with me. Let's see what kind of positions we can catch over the next hour. We'll wait just a little bit for a few more of you guys to get in here. We'll do some quick Bitcoin TA, and then let's see what kind of scalping I can get into. Again, we're just going to do another little scalp and chill session. I think the last time that we did this, I think we ended up pulling out a couple grand in an hour. A few grand. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful time. Oops, let's change this too. Let's go back here to the... And I'm already in a little polka dot trade. I was going to show that you can trade with much smaller amounts, man, and make it happen as long as you have the discipline, the right position, great risk management. I was showing the Coliseum on how to trade with $168 for some of the beginners and how to make 20 bucks by being patient. There we go. Let's change that. All right, well, let's get started. We can see here, I took a little position here. I was explaining to the Cranksters Coliseum how to radically scalp, my method on using Bitcoin as your indicator, and then you can counter trade these altcoins. It's a pretty simple game. And with great risk management, patience for the correct entry, you can trade with technically any amount. Nobody really needs to start off with how you guys see me trade or Crypto Face or Jason Casper with these $20,000, $30,000 positions, Crypto Face with $500,000 positions in order to be a successful trader. Today I was explaining in my Coliseum, in the Cranksters Coliseum, how to use $167 and wait for the correct resistances, correct supports in order to make amazing trades. And that's kind of what we're going to be going over today. How to make amazing trades regardless of the dollar amounts, but with, again, the correct risk management, the correct position, patience. We got to let the price action come to us. In the Cranksters Coliseum throughout last night and today, the lesson being taught was you need to trade like a robot. Anxiety builds up as a trader. Eventually, you're not going to have any emotions. You're going to trade based off of the process, and the process has zero emotions. Zero emotions. When you take these entries or these exits, they are planned by a design that you've created, whether it is off of support or resistances. And again, you wait for the correct price action to come to you. Stop losses are a shield on your account. A stop loss is money. If your idea goes incorrect, if your trading idea goes incorrect, you are protected. Your account is protected. And that's what we're going to be going over today. You can see here, if we just zoom out just a little bit, I took the polka dot trade because we were coming up. This is massive resistance right here. All right, this is massive resistance. Man, I can't even talk. Brain fart. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I shorted every single one of these now. Again, we are rising. We are rising on the polka dot trade. I'm also watching Bitcoin as my indicator, and I also saw that every single time that Bitcoin was coming up into this, Bitcoin was getting up into this, hold on, let's look at this real quick. We're going to have to pull up a different chart because I can't believe what's happening with MEXC right now. That's my main exchange. I'm working on some partnerships for a different exchange. Let's go over here to TradingView real quick, and this is what I'm talking about by these insane wicks. I go to TradingView, and almost all of my trading pairs are based off of MEXC, but when I click on this, I don't know what's going on with MEXC. Again, shout out to MEXC for the lowest fees. An amazing exchange. I trade there primarily right now. But the APIs and the data feeds they're going fucking ape shit right now. I don't know what this is. I can't even load up I mean, it literally has a candle to zero still. And I know they blamed it on TradingView, and again, there's probably nothing going on with MEXC. MEXC's amazing, but the way I trade and how I counter trade altcoins to Bitcoin, it fucks up my whole system when I have a fucked up Bitcoin chart. But let's look at it right now. The reason I took the Polkadot trade, you can see that, golly, man, this thing is all jacked up. Let's go to a Bybit chart because I also trade on Bybit as well. You can see here the reason I took the Polkadot trade, when we were coming up here into these big resistances right here. All right, and here's our little range. I'll probably have to close this trade when we get down here. But when Bitcoin starts getting real toppy, just like this right here, you can see other than our one time heading up to this, this was yesterday on the big short squeeze. Every time everybody was shorting, they were just squeezing, and at some point they hit the market sell button and we started to see some cool off. So you can see here, big choppy resistance, came down, came back up to that same area of resistance, came down, came up again, came down. And during that time, I take these Polkadot trades, every single one of them. And once we have a bottom established, I also take those scalps from support, just a local support. And again, anytime Bitcoin has these bounces, you can see that we are completely candled up. Bitcoin goes up, Polkadot goes up. You can look at Ethereum. Jeez, look at that Ethereum chart. Same nasty ass wicks. So we're going to have to go to a different chart. Let's also go to Bybit. Same thing. I mean, we're candled up. These charts are identical. And this is how I'm able to pull off my $4, $5, $6, $10,000 a day on these radical scalps because I watch Bitcoin as my indicator. I counter trade. I don't really trade. I trade a handful of times on Bitcoin. Like I took a pretty nasty short over here. I think it was, I don't know, like an $1,800 trade on a short. But it's much easier to counter trade your altcoins to Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of tells us the story, and Bitcoin anchors everything. You can see how well we're candled up now from a 1 to 10 minute. Bitcoin dumps, Ethereum's going to dump. Polkadot, going to dump right back down to our range. If we go over here to my Polkadot trade, and again, let's go over here. It's ready to kick off, DeFi. Man, the trading's just been hot, guys. I'm going to throw... So I have a big partnership that I'm going to announce. I'm going to have ZoomX. They're running a big campaign for us in the Cranksters Coliseum. They're going to be running a big, fat promo for the Cranksters Coliseum, guys. And one thing that I worked my ass off because I throw in... You know, look at this. We're only $167. We're up $40. And again, we'll go back over this here in just a minute, but I'm really excited to announce my partnership with ZoomX. In a couple days, I'll have my link. I wanted to be a man of integrity. Once I started finding out how some influencers are making buku bucks off of fees, I said, you know what? Me and the Cranksters Coliseum do serious volume. There's 26 of us, and we pop off my traders. And how I teach, I have real traders. We're popping off, them alone are popping off $50 million worth of trading volume. 50 mil. Myself, I do about 200 mil a month. And I wanted to be a man of integrity because I teach them how to limit in, limit out on these trades. I teach them how to trade assets on MEXC that also have zero fees. So that way we have a true entry and a true exit without these massive fees. So when I decided to move to a different exchange, which in the next couple days, I wanted massive, massive discounts. All right, I wanted massive discounts. I'm talking, they told me, well, Crank, you're going to make less. I told them, you know what? No big deal. I'm going to hold my integrity. We're going to trade on a big boy exchange like ZoomX. ZoomX is going to be my partner. And we're going to be able to zoom entry and exits and limit it out. Even if you decided to mark it out with my link, I mean, this is going to be a big deal for people that are trading out there because you're going to start off with my link at tier 4. Normally, you'd have to do $100 million worth of volume to get what they're about to offer, the Cranksters Coliseum, because what we provide is real volume, not bots. All right, and they want me to grow with them. So we're going to be shooting off a massive campaign. It's going to last 30 to 45 days. If you use my link, you will be getting those tier 4 fees attached to me. And you're on top of that, we're also going to be giving you a 1-to-1 match, which is going to be killer. You're going to get a 1-to-1 match. If you deposit $1,000, all right, you're going to be able to trade with $2,000. If you deposit 50 grand, you're going to be able to trade with 100. If you deposit 100 grand, it's a max of $100,000. You're going to be able to trade with $200,000. And so we're getting ready, but again, to be a man of integrity, how I teach how to trade, limit in, limit out, save the fees, real profits, real loss. I show you all the P&Ls. Ain't fake shit on this, man. And this is how I want to organically grow. And so we're going to kill it, guys. We're going to absolutely kill it. So in a few days, yep, we're going to do it big here, DeFi. These people, I mean, I had offers from a bunch of different exchanges. I'm still going to probably be using, Mexi. I'll probably leave $7,500 on the exchange to take the radical scalps. But just like DeFi said here in the chat, he's waiting for ETH to kick off, boy. And so am I. I'm waiting for Ethereum. I'm waiting for Solana. I think I got to be honest with you. I might be taking, my channel originally started popping off when I had a $60,000-$70,000 profit in November, December on a massive ETH trade. That was just profit off of 40 grand. I think I might be taking the Solana trade over the ETH. It's much easier for Solana to hit $216 and $255 than it is for ETH to hit $5,500. So, and I'm waiting again for the partnership, so that way I can put some big boy money on the exchange and we can start kicking some ass in the Cranksters Coliseum. So let's get back real quick on how to trade with much smaller amounts, because everything's based off of, again, first of all, risk management. All right. Let's go back to the exchange real quick. And what I mean by risk management, why did I take this position? Earlier I explained that Bitcoin was hitting resistance, and so was Polkadot. So it's very easy when you have a clear resistance and a clear support. When we take these trades, it's very easy to find out where your stop loss should be. And in my Coliseum, I teach that after we take these positions and we take the correct position, stop losses should literally be right above. Again, this is our shield for your account. If this thing decides to go ape shit and run, you want to get out. You want to get the fuck out. Now, same thing on these supports. When I was taking these trades here, it's really simple to know where that stop loss is going to be. First of all, we're going over risk management because, again, this is how you protect your account and how you grow your account properly as a beginning trader. And the more I am consistent with telling the Coliseum, I had to remember at the beginning of the stream, I said how to trade like a robot, because robots have processes. There is zero emotion with this shit. You cannot, when I take my $1 million trades, man, I have a game plan. There is zero emotions. I know what the fuck I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And if my idea and my trading idea is wrong, I know how to protect myself. So again, let's just go back over here to TradingView. Let's go back to TradingView and let's clear this up. How do we get started with risk management? All right. First of all, you're going to wait for patience, for the price action to come to you, and have a defined entry on either a top or a bottom. We go back over here to TradingView. You can see that Bitcoin, just like I told you, we have a defined range. We have a defined range right here. Bitcoin is trading in this range right here. We come up to the top, rejection. How do we know that? Because we came up a second time, rejection. A third time, rejection. So now that I get to see exactly how Bitcoin is acting, I'm going to go to my favorite alt. Now, my favorite alt at the time is Polkadot because, again, if we go back over here to MEXC, let me show you why I'm trading it, because I'm going to show you guys all of my trades. I've saved over $9,000 in my trades over the last 2 weeks by trading an asset that has zero fees. How to get into your trade. We go here. We go to, let's make sure that my screen's showing, y'all. Shout out to MEXC. And I teach all of this in the Coliseum, how to correctly trade. You go over here to your assets, and you can see here we go to USDT margin, and you just click on zero fees. Here are the assets that the Cranksters Coliseum attacks. We got Sui, Pepe, Aave, Ada, big assets. Some of these are top 20 assets. All right. Now we can see if we just go to Dot. Dot is right there, right off of the bat. I know Dot's price action. I know its movements. So this is why I decided to sync up Polkadot to Bitcoin. Let's go back over here to TradingView. Let's go back over here to TradingView. So again, now that we have an established range for Bitcoin, I know where its tops are. I know where its bottoms are. And again, you can go to a 15-minute. You can go to a 1 hour. It's no different. The only time you're going out on a longer time frame is just to find the longer supports or resistances. All right, go back here to the 10-minute. Now, let's look at Polkadot. Now that I've decided what asset am I going to be trading, I've decided Polkadot. Why? Zero fees. Because I want to ham hock this range. I want to take as many trades, as many radical scalps as I possibly can within this range and make as much money while Bitcoin is maintaining its resistance and supports. So again, you can see here, Bitcoin hit a resistance. This is at the beginning. Again, guys, we can go to both. We can go, we're candled up. This is the exact same time frames, exact same everything. Bitcoin comes down. You take the Polkadot short. Bitcoin even thinks about coming up. Back down to support. Same thing. I'm in the Polkadot short right now from the exact top. Let's go back over here to MEXC, just to show you guys what I was talking about. You can see here. Oops. Give me a second here. Let's go back to TradingView. Here's those tops that I was talking about. With Bitcoin, we were synced up, and this is exactly why I took that trade. Now, the reason I also wanted to use, what do we got right now? I took off almost $10,000 off of this account. I'm getting ready to go on vacation next week, take my family out, have some fun. I wanted to show that it doesn't matter what you're trading with if you're a beginning trader, whether it's $100, whether it's $1,000, whether it's $10,000 and you have a solid job but you'd like to change your life. Okay? I showed everyone, I put $167 in. I juiced the leverage because it's a radical scalp. Now remember, I only juice the leverage because I have a specific entry that comes to me, and that's either at what? The support from the bottom or the resistance from the top. All right? So again, if I was to set a stop loss right here, all right, at 431.7, directly above this is top. And you want to play these odds because, again, every single time people, a lot of traders, guys, a lot of traders are breakout traders, and it fucks them a lot because everybody is so goddamn bullish and they can't have the environment change in their head. Oh, it's going ape shit. No, it's not. Oh, she's taking another swing. No, she's not. She's taking another swing. No, she's not. No, she's not. If you would have tried to be a breakout trader, you would have been 4-0. These numbers suck ass. You would have been 4-0 by trying to be a breakout trader. Now, this goes for any asset that you're going to trade. Bitcoin at 110,000 today. I could show you on Bitcoin again. It's touched it 3 times, and you should not be a breakout trader. If you are going to be a breakout trader and you want to do it the Crankster style, you wait for a breakout, retest, and I don't give a shit how high this thing goes. You wait for it to retest. Come back down and retest. So again, let's go back to the risk management on these trades real fast. If I was to set a stop loss, and again, $167, guys, we're up 24% on the account. When I decide to close this, we are now going to have $167 that we put in plus 41 bucks. That's $208 on our first trade as a beginner. Okay? Now, let's also look to see what a stop loss would if this thing did decide to run and it did break out. Remember, a stop loss is our shield, it's our protection. What kind of risk are we putting on the line here? We have an established range. Again, we have the established range for Polkadot. This is for hours. Here's our tops. Here's our bottoms. If I was to put a stop loss right above this at 431.7, so 431.7, I'm going to lose $12 out of my 167. Now, to a normal trader, you would say, you know what, that's way larger than a 1% loss. That's way larger than a 1% loss. Most traders would tell you that's ridiculous. You'll blow your account super, super, super fast. And normally they would be correct, but they're not teaching you how to wait for the probability of the correct position. Patience at the tops and the bottoms. Patience waiting for that price action to come to you so you can actually take the shorts and the longs. The shorts and the longs. So again, we can now, normally the rule of thumb, only lose 1%, make 3%. Rule of thumb. But the difference is, guys, is in the world of crypto and crypto exchanges and no KYCs, we live in a very special world. This isn't a ninja trader where you need to have a funded account of $25,000, guys. This is still the Wild West, but with the correct entries, patience, risk management. So now let's just look at this real fast. Again, stop loss is here, 431. Our exit is going to be at 422. Let's just say 423. 423. I'm still almost very close to the 1 to 3. I am risking 7.44 to make 33%. How many times does 7 go into 33? Again, the strategy only works if you're patient and you have the correct risk management and you wait for price action to come to you. And again, once you start dialing in this strategy, again, the Crypto Crank Radical Scalp Method. This is what I teach in the Coliseum. This is what I teach for my traders. They understand how to juice the leverage, wait for the position to come to them, where to put that stop loss, how to have correct risk management. It's very special because in this area, you can make a lot of money. And again, you can see here, we're making $55, 33%. We're risking 7% on $167. Now, this is exactly my method when I enter with the entire, when I full bolt trades, whether I'm trading with 30,000, 50,000, 10,000, I use the exact same leverage. I use the exact same method to wait for the position to come to me. Because again, we have a defined range. Probability states, after I just told you guys, after I just showed you about being a breakout trader, all right? Probability states, it's coming down. Probability states, it's coming down. Now, eventually, ranges break out. Eventually, Polkadot's going to take its next leg. We go out to an hour, and you can see here. Here's the range that we were trading. We dip below. Eventually, it breaks out. But again, 1, 2, 3. On the fourth time you would have shorted that, you would have been 3-1. Not being a breakout trader, you would have had 3 wins, 1 loss. And this is killer probabilities if you understand and wait for the price action to come to you. I hope that makes sense because this, and again, join the Cranksters Coliseum. Join me in my Patreon. I'm teaching you actually how to limit in, limit out, where to trade, how to trade, the patience, the psychology. This is about being a bot in the world of trading because, again, a bot has a process and a process has zero emotions. Hope that makes sense. Now, we can see right now here, let's look at, I'm going to look at Bitcoin real quick and see, because on this dot trade, the way I would approach this, we have been putting in, you know, like higher lows. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. What we want to see now is if Bitcoin is going to also come back and take a swing. Because if it doesn't, look, Bitcoin's coming down. And the cool part about MEXC is we can double up here on the charts. Let's double up here. We got BTC on the bottom. Let's go ahead and throw dot. Probability states right now. And again, let's just look at dot real quick. You can see all my trades. Look at this. Long, short, long, short, long, short. I mean, you guys can see all my trades, man. Oh yeah, let me just show you guys here. Nothing but green, baby, for your instructor crypto crank. 264s, 465s, 486, 506. Had my stop loss, 431s, break even, 413, 947, 663, 0, 462. I mean, it's nothing but fucking green in the Coliseum, guys. With the patience, I'm going to repeat it again because I keep telling everybody in the Coliseum, with the patience, the strategy, the risk management. All right. So let's look at this real quick and see what Bitcoin's going to do. Because the way we would look at this is if we have been putting in lower highs, or I'm sorry, higher lows on Polkadot, I want to see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. The only way I would really close this trade right now early, because again, remember at the beginning of the stream, we have an established range on the scalp. We have an established, oops, let's go here. We have the established range right here. The target was right down here. If Bitcoin decides to take its run back up to its resistance, which again is 1, 2, 3, way back here, it's not loading for some reason, then I would go ahead and close the trade early, and I can take the scalp long back up to the top of the range. But right now, we can see Bitcoin is still free falling. It's still coming down. All right. We're gonna and the name of the game with the radical scalp method, okay, is to hit singles. You're hitting singles, you're hitting singles, you're hitting singles. You're not trying to home run shit. You're not trying to even hit doubles. You're singles, you're singles, you're singles. And then you end up catching the home run because one of these times you short the top, comes down. What if Bitcoin took a shit right now? What do you guys think Polkadot's going to do if it's going to fucking nuke? And that's when you end up catching those home runs. But instead of swinging, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. You want to just hit your singles. And that's what I've been doing all day. Can't even talk right now. Again, just hitting the singles. 264, 465, 486. I think we clapped almost $6,000 today on all of these trades as a whole, guys, in the Coliseum. And we're doing this every single day. Look at some of these. Thanks, DeFi. I appreciate it, man. You know, one thing I definitely want to provide the internet is definitely how to trade, man. Most people, you're not seeing the real P&Ls. I think there's only a handful of sites that are actually showing you the real P&Ls, actually the positions, and doing it like real. Telling you about the exchanges, telling you that when's the last time you heard about a trader telling you how to limit in and limit out? They don't want to fucking tell you because they're making money off of your fees. I don't give a fuck. So again, if Bitcoin does end up popping right now, that'd be the only way that I would. If Bitcoin starts going, I can close this, flip to a long, and I'd have the stop directly underneath here. But again, I just showed you guys with the correct risk management. On $126, $167, you can make 37, 40 bucks. And then as you start compounding your account, the trades get much larger because your next trade, you're trading with much more money. And that's typically what I do. When I start off with 10,000 and I get up to 50K, I normally take 25 off. I trade with 25 grand, and then I just get back up to 50, and I just keep... Everyone's kind of got that safe number, you know? So let's do this. So if Bitcoin gets a pop right now, watch this. So Bitcoin is popping right now, if this is going to work. So let's go ahead and just take the 423.5. Oops. Wrong number. 425.4. We'll go ahead and close this trade. We'll lock it in. Again, $35, guys. $35. We'll come back over here. 425.5. And we're going to watch Bitcoin right now. Now, normally I don't do this all on the exchange like this. So 425. 2. It's long, this puppy. Did we get in? It's not doing it, which means that it's already pumping. Hold on. Normally I don't do it like this. I have my other screen. There we go. All right, we got the full port in. Bitcoin's going to try to pump right now. I don't want to do it like this now that I got the full bag. Let's go here. Now let's go over here to trading view so I can show you guys. Now that I'm inside of the Polkadot long, keep a tight stop. We're close. Polkadot is close to the bottom again. It is close to this support. Bitcoin is also close to its support. We're gonna see. So look at this. We're candled up right now. Radical scalp method. Bitcoin's getting ready to run. Let's see if Bitcoin starts heading back up here towards the top of its range. Then absolutely, you are going to see Polkadot come back up to the top of its range as well. Now, normally on these trades, I lower the leverage. If I'm trading with much smaller dollar amounts, like the way I was explaining on how to grow a $100 account or a $1,000 account. But because I'm full port and I'm teaching tonight, and we've already had a smashing day, I lower the leverage to 2 because one little move from here to here is gonna make me shit, man. That's gonna make me $2,000. So let's see how the trade plays out. Now, normally I will keep this the stop loss right below here because, again, I'll even let it breathe because, again, now the only reason you wouldn't let any of these trades breathe, or if you're not going to wait for the position to come to you, you got to lower that leverage and stay out of that mid chop. Lou's a learning bot. Yeah, dude, if we start getting into some of those ranges on Ethereum can literally slingshot. I have targets of $3,100. Let's go over here to ETH and I can show you. She's trying. She's trying. Nice big range here. She's got to hold this as the support, guys. So if it does pull back here, we're going to be looking at 2665, 2680. If we do pull back here, you'd want to see this pretty much check mark out of here. Come back down to support on this and then roll on out. And then I have targets. Now, the only reason why it's getting stuffed was because of this big breakdown. First line in the sand on the breakdown. She can come down here. What you don't want to see, though, is that she breaks. I'm stoked that Bitcoin ended up touching $101,000, and ETH did not break down. That was amazing. Super, super, super bullish to see. Mild resistance is right where we're at. Again, we talk about resistances, defined areas. You can see here, this was the breakdown. Massive resistance right here. If we break out of this, man, I have targets of $3,100 right here. $3,100, and I kind of get that number because if you go back here, this is almost identical to where we broke out. So I was trading this range in October to November. Another amazingly defined range for Ethereum. We were trading all of this. We were trading the bottoms, smashing these tops, and again, that one time that you decide to short it and it finally breaks out, you literally had 1, 2, 3. On the fourth trade, you finally got stopped out, and you were a 3-to-1. You killed it because, again, you're not a breakout trader. You're going to learn in the Coliseum not to be a breakout trader. All right? You can break out, retest. And look, this is what I'm expecting here. It's no different. This is about to rinse and repeat right here. Break out, find some cool-off period, reaccumulate. We were trading this as well. These ranges right here, guys, will make you rich. I don't like just straight ups or straight downs. I like ranges. I like ranges to just, because again, I can take shorts. I can take longs and shorts and longs and shorts and make so much more money than just one good hopeful pump or dumps. I'm not that kind of trader. So again, going back to Ethereum, this thing can shoot all the way actually, because it did it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Man, Ethereum can 100% just skyrocket right up here. Whoop. Cool off period. And again, this is my target right here, which is $3,000 to $3,100. Just like how it cooled off here, found support here, this wick got close here. This would be the target of $3,100. She's either going to hit $3,100 and reject and come down and turn this into support, so that way we can kind of do what Bitcoin did on its flags, or 2, Ethereum is going to nuke this all the way up to 3,400s and then start cooking again back here at $3,000 like it did here before our next run. What's great is that this is almost so systematic. It did it here. It's going to do the same thing. So we just need to be prepared to take some of those trades. Absolutely prepared to take some of those trades. All right, Bitcoin's coming down to its support right now. Again, just a very, very local support. If this breaks, I'm going to have to get out of this trade. But again, we play those odds. A stop loss is protection on our account. But this is absolutely how to scalp and play these daily candles. Not daily candles. Within a day, you got a lot of good price action to make a lot of money. And that's what you guys are seeing me do, is play these ranges. So let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get back to Polkadot. Let's look at this here. I hope you guys are all having a good night. I hope you guys are having fun during all this bullish action. I can 100% tell you guys enjoy it, and if you're in some big profits right now, I would at least lock something in, because I promise you, if Bitcoin decides to head back down towards that 101 again, you're going to see these altcoins get pummeled. 20% pumps, 20% retracements. Give it all right back up. So if you're in some big profits, and this is for trading, not spot. You know, if you own your spot bags, hold on to them. I would hold on to the right shit though. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Solana. I've sold all my XRP, but I tell you what, man, it's bullish, and it's stronger than most. So this is what we want to see here. So again, if you are going to follow me on my trades and take the Radical Scalp method, entries would be, again, 423s right in here. The only way that these trades are invalid is if Bitcoin breaks down. Then Bitcoin's absolutely coming all the way back down here. All right, it's coming down to 1086. But let's see what happens. We have Asia getting ready to open up. The Asia hours. Let's see what they want to do. If they want to try to take Bitcoin back up to the range, or if they want to dump us back down to the bottom of the range. And again, ranges are defined. They're right here. Ranges are absolutely defined. If you just try to time some of this out from here to here, I mean, that's almost, sheesh, that's 6 hours of price action today, staying up in this area. Let's look at Polkadot real quick and see what we got. I am excited though to partner with that new exchange, man. I'm ready to go. Let's get on and let's start making some big boy trades. If we are going to remain bullish and we are going to do this and we're going to enter into a territory of buy the pullback, I haven't been able to trust it just yet. I would love to actually be in a bull run. I talk about this as well in the Coliseum about environment changes. We haven't entered into a set and forget position for day trading because, again, one little tweet from Elon, one little tweet, man, and boom, he'll fuck up your day, dude. One little tweet from Elon and you just get, you know, we're not in a set and forget environment. This will wreck you with leverage. So when things just start getting really bullish, you'll know. All right, you'll know when things get real bullish because you just literally buy the dip, sit back, and print some serious dough. Right now, I'm scalping. But again, I like what I'm seeing with Ethereum. I love it. And that's why I wanted to partner with a nice big boy exchange so that way when we start getting into these big positions again, we can rock and roll. Yeah, man, I'd be looking at Polkadot right now. Let's look at Bitcoin. If Bitcoin pops right back, and again, we're sitting right here. It came down again. I mean, it's valid. I'm inside of the Polkadot trade right now. We're down at the bottom of the range. We're synced up. If this thing even thinks about trying to get up to the top of this range, we're going to have just a quick little midnight whopper. And again, thank you, everybody, for joining me. You guys can also catch me on my X. Got the YouTube. I think I'm going to join Rumble because there's a different audience over there. I was watching Discover Crypto. There's a whole different audience over there. That's crazy. I'm hardly ever on Rumble or Truth Social or any of these other platforms. What a trip, man. What a good way to just definitely branch out and network and hit a different audience. But again, look at, we're candled up right now, guys. If Bitcoin, and normally these patterns right here, these downward pressures, everybody that shorted this is about to get fucked. There's only two options that happen here at this support. Boom, just smash all the shorts, close them out. Same thing, smash all the shorts, close them out. We come right back up to the top of the range. Or, again, we actually break down and we head down to, and then we get stopped out. Actually, my stop's going to be right underneath here. Almost everybody can trust and take the trade that if you do end up coming back down here, again, same thing. Remember how I say, oh, she's bullish. No, she's not. Breakout. Don't do it. Don't do it. Same thing with the bounce from the bottoms. Oh, it's so bearish. She's coming down. No, she's not. She's so bearish. She's coming down. No, she's not. She's so bearish. No, she's not. All right? And you play those same odds. Now, again, just like how I said, she can break out and you get stopped out and you get that 3-to-1. No different on the bottoms here. You long tier, you long tier, you long tier, right up to the top. You long here, and then she decides to break out. You're still 3-to-1 on the bottom of the range. All right. It's hard to be bullish when you should be bearish, and it's hard to be bearish when you should be bullish. Did I say that right? It's hard to be bullish when you should be bearish, and it's hard to be bearish when you should be bullish. And that's specifically going towards breakout trading. And if you guys are just coming in, this is all going to be recorded. You guys can see exactly today's lesson, risk management, the position, where to have patience, where to get into the entries. Right now, we're going to watch and see exactly how this plays out. Either getting stopped out at support or underneath support if she decides to just roll over and take a shit. Or it holds and we're about to make some money together. But the trade and the style and the method is 100% valid across the board. What's up, Risen? What is this? What do I make here? If we get up anywhere close to 429s, let's just look at that. 429, yeah, quick $500. We're just going to continue to keep playing that range. And again, we're candled up right now. It's all based off of Bitcoin. Everything's going to be based off of Bitcoin. Now, this is radical scalping. If you're going to be swing trading, I do use Market Cipher. Shout out to CryptoFace. Learned a lot from him. Shout out to Jason Casper. The other thing, too, and I definitely want to, because that man put in a lot of work. If you are a beginning trader, I would be looking at Jason Casper's courses 1 through 18. I will totally promote that guy. I've learned that's the first channel that I joined to make a lot of money on learning how to trade, but he just came out with a phenomenal course. His courses 1 through 18 on exactly how to trade. And these are things that I was also explaining to my channel, is that you don't just watch one trader. You can watch multiple traders. And you don't just take one opinion. You take all opinions. It's called an arsenal. You are adding tools, ideas, strategies, methods, perception, everything to your arsenal. Why? Because it equates to a process. And what does that process not have? Emotions. Why? Because you're learning how to trade like a freaking robot. It's the only way that trading works. Again, Polkadot's still coming on down to its range. The only way that the trade goes sour, again, Bitcoin breaks its, Bitcoin decides to break this, then we'll look to take the much larger train if Bitcoin comes down here into this range that it's been playing in. Same thing, then we can look to start looking at Polkadot when it had its bottom bounce right here. But we held this for 6 hours. Let's see what happens here in just a bit. I'm only going to be on for, well, how long have we been streaming? Almost an hour. It was an amazing lesson. Radical scalp method. did my little crypto reveal, transparency, whatever somebody wants to call it. Let's see. Give me a second here. Let's look at this. What was I gonna show you guys? Let me show you guys. Let's go over to camera. While we're watching Bitcoin coming down to the support right now. And again, if you guys are just tuning in, I think we're only going to keep it for about an hour, hour and 10 minutes. That way you guys can actually go through the entire lesson today for the strategy, how we're doing it. I explained how to trade with $160 on how to make 40 bucks with that, how to use your actual correct risk management in your ratios, how to have patience for your entries and your exits and wait for price action to come to you. We'll keep it a little short tonight. That way you guys don't get bored when I say, hey, go back and watch the video and learn how to trade. And again, this is strictly for the radical scalp method, the crypto crank radical scalp method. That's why it's called Scalp and Chill. You can literally just sit here and take all these positions in all this range. This is 6 hours worth of range. There's so much money to be made. And what was I getting ready to show you guys? Give me just a second. Canva me. And if you guys are watching from X, you guys can totally, on my X, you guys can get into my free Telegram where you're going to surround yourself with multiple other traders. A lot of the members from the Coliseum. Definitely please like and sub. Learning how all this works. Bitcoin is sideways trading. Let's see if we do end up getting a radical scalp. Look at this. Would you know if I showed you a chart and it looked like this sideways and this one looked like this sideways, would you even know what the asset would be? I don't think so. This is exactly why we sync our assets to Bitcoin. From here to here is 0.62, but from here to here is 1.48. Now we're starting to understand the method. What's going to pay me more with a little bit of leverage? I think I'll play my odds on this one while paying attention to this one. And again. If that happens, then we'll just wait for our next range. No big deal. No big deal. Oh. There's your boy Crank. There's the Cranksters Trading Coliseum. There's the Coliseum. We'll wait for this trade to play out. Again, look, guys, we're going sideways. Let's see what happens. This is 6 hours of price action trying to hold this price. We are candled up right now. One little swing up. One little swing up. We're going to make some dough. We'll go over here and just show you here. Let's see what happens. Remember I was talking about those higher lows? Let's see what happens with Bitcoin. Exciting. I think it was a good stream. I think we went over a lot today. Again, I was just going to scalp and chill. We had just a monstrous day again. Another monstrous day in the Coliseum. Yeah, we're just relaxing right now. Again, some of these things, man, let's see here. How long did it take for it to go up on the previous times? It took about an hour to hit back up to the top of the range. And man, oh man, if I wasn't normally teaching, I would 100%, because again, I normally wait, nothing but green. I normally wait for the bottom, the exact bottom, just patience. Right now I'm teaching. Right now I'm showing you guys. Normally my entry would 100% be way down here. So I'm going to let it breathe for a little bit since I'm playing in mid chop chop. Bitcoin's holding its position. You guys can see normally I'm holding either the exact tops or the bottoms because I'm patient. I'm waiting. So I'll let this breathe. I think all the way down here on the breakdown is going to end up being at 423. Let's just see what I lose here because I haven't had a loss just yet. Not for today. That'll be 366. And again, this is normally what you get if you're going to play in kind of what I call mid chop chop. And what is mid chop chop? You're not catching bottoms. You're not catching it down here. Do you see what I'm saying? Normally you want that entry down here. You want it right here. Bounce, 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 bounce. It'll come to you. If you're going to play inside of this range and watch Bitcoin, now this is why you either do two things. You wait patiently or you really lower the leverage. I knew since I was going to... No. I would have, I knew that if I'm going to take this while I'm teaching and going over the radical scalp method, you got to lower that leverage big time. just because I'm full porting the account. 32,480, 32,000 bucks. So now I got to let this thing breathe all the way down here to a, and then I got to watch Bitcoin. Or we get back to break even, the idea plays out, or it doesn't, and I just call it a night. Because we had just, again, let's go back here, nothing but freaking green. Boom, boom, boom. I had 2 losses, actually. Yeah, today's the 10th. Yeah, all the way back to the 10th. So if we go all the way back here to the 10th, oh, that's the 9th. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I went 8 for 10 today. 8 for 10 on the trades. It's pretty good. On the daily, that's an 80% hit rate if you just want to wait for your position, like the way I keep telling you, preaching to you. Come on, baby. Bounce, Bitcoin. You're at that support. Either bounce or take a shit. One of the two. And the Asian market's open. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's see here. We've been on for an hour and 4. How long are we gonna wait and be inside of this? I'm telling you, you guys, just watch Bitcoin. Bitcoin bounces anywhere in this range. This is a 6-hour range right now. If she pops at all. And definitely shout out to everybody over at the on X, man. Thanks for joining me. On X, on YouTube. I think we're gonna be popping off on Rumble as well. Showing everybody the Cranksters Trading Coliseum. Yep. And come on, Biddy. Biddy's trying right now. Biddy is trying. If Biddy gets one little pump, dude. And again, normally, this would be your ideal entry right here. Bitcoin's popping. Let's see if she rolls. Let's see if we pop off another $500. See if I don't go get stopped out, because it'll be my first fucking stop out in hours. Not these two fuckers right here. But 8 for 10 today. It's pretty good. You tell me if it's pretty good. Bitcoin is trying. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab something. Since we're chilling and it was a good day Boom. Beautiful sound. Come on, Biddy. She's fighting right now. Here we go. Bitcoin's going. Let's go, baby. Decision time. Sideways trade for almost, for Bitcoin, almost 40 minutes. I think we're going to get our little pumperoni and queso right back up like we talked about. We're at the bottom of the range. Let's get back up to the top of the range. Come on, Bitcoin. Now, let's go right real quick. Excellent example of actually when to take that trade. Again, we know that this is our bottom of Polkadot. We're at the bottom. This is where you want to take those trades. Normally, again, I would have taken it. I would have been waiting patiently, but we're teaching right now. This thing rolls over. It's okay. Get stopped out. But if this thing even decides to come anywhere near the top back up to this range, then Polkadot's going to do the exact same thing. But look at how well we're candled up right now. We are candled up. If this thing, for the last 40 minutes, has been sideways trading, 30 minutes from wherever you want to pull it, look. This thing even thinks about coming up here. This Polkadot trade's about to print. So again, too, that was pretty cool. Gonna make $37 on 160. Most of the trades are 465, 480, 900 bucks on 30K. Here we go. Let's get out of this. Let's get right back here, guys. Let's go here. Let's watch us get candled up. Here we go. Shout out to the Cranksters Coliseum. We're doing this absolutely every single day. Let's get candled up. Brother. Brother. There's Biddy kind of starting it off. Can Polka Dot follow suit? I think so. Can Polka Dot follow suit? And let's look at the trade. Crypto Crank Radical Scalp method. Just walked you guys through it. Supports, resistances, how to go ahead and take those trades, how to be patient, wait for the entries, how to protect yourself, where to protect yourself. Now let's just see if it plays out. What's going on, Razorback? It's my boy Shane. Here we go. We are candled up. This is exactly how we do it. We're up 200. Why are we up 200? I'll fucking repeat it again. We wait for the entries. We are patient. You're learning how to day trade. You're learning how to have an entry and exit. You're learning how to be a fucking robot because you have a process, and a process does not have any emotions. We waited it out. And again, let's just look at Bitcoin. We are synced up. We're candled up is what we call it in the Coliseum. You learn how to notice when you're candled up. And right now, we are candled up. One more little squirt Biddy right on up to this. Or up to the top of the range. One of the two. I don't give a fuck. And we'll go from $230 worth of profit all the way up to, I don't know, $500-600. There we go. Here we go. Candled up, baby. Now, I'm going to show you guys normally how I pinch a trade, so that way you guys seen all of those green wins, all of the wins. I normally start pinching trades. I'll put a stop loss and start, you know what I mean? $200 is a lot of money. $600 is a lot of money. $1,000 is a lot of money. So you can start pinching trades, you know what I mean? Just to guarantee that even if this decides to just roll, I mean, I think we're coming back up here to the top of the range. Even if she comes down and just starts playing on this, I mean, I could lock in 152, but at the top of the range, if this thing just comes anywhere near up here, it's a $500 trade. We come up here, we're going to have ourselves a $1,000 trade. But again, with leverage, leverage is a good tool. Don't be scared of it. If you have a strategy and you know when and where to exit, I'll just grab one. I'm having fun with you guys tonight. It's just a quick little scalp and chill. Little scalp and chill. Again, what were we up? We were up $230. Welcome, Ryzen. Thank you for joining the group. Again, I have my free Telegram group where you can surround yourself with other Coliseum members that are very, very helpful, that know the strategy. It's a free group. If you want to live trade with me, I have a minimum of 3 times a week. Live trades. We go in depth, a lot more on other strategies. Absolutely join the Coliseum, and that's my premium Telegram through Patreon. And again, even waiting for just that little pop that we talked about, this slow grind down to support, I mean, we came directly down to the support that I talked about. Even this little pop was $200. Now, with the way I trade, and you guys just saw me put $35,000, $33,000 on the trade, I told you I normally wait for the bottom of the ranges. If I would have had that position right here at this bottom, right here, anywhere in this, one little squirt up right here, any of this is 400, 500, 600, man, 1200 by the time we hit to the tops of these. And those are those trades that I was showing you guys earlier. But you got to be patient. You got to be patient and wait to catch the supports. And if you are going to take a trade during some mid chop and you take position at the top, you better lower that leverage, man, so that way your loss is the exact same if she breaks down. How long have we been on, guys? We've been on for, let's see here, a good hour and 20. Real quick, because I know a lot of my premium members are watching right now. Tomorrow morning, I will be late to streaming. I'll let you guys know why inside of the Telegram, but I'll be streaming probably 10 o'clock. We'll be a little bit later. Little bit later. And the other thing, too, I explained that if you are going to take the position in the mid chop, you lower the leverage. If you get the absolute bottom of the entry, you up the leverage. So another reason why I say, like, from here, like you guys saw the trade, it was up $200, $250 here at only 2x leverage. If I would have been at 6 from here to here, $600. 7, 8, 9s, all the way up to the top of the range, where you have a $1,600 trade, but you wait for those positions, or down here where we actually bottom. And again, thank you everybody on X and YouTube for joining me. Go back, watch the rest of the video. I promise you're going to learn something. I promise. Even if it's just learning how to limit in, limit out, support resistance, understanding that if you're going to try to be a day trader, emotions, you better learn to iron them out or get rid of them. Here we go, man. I thought did Donald Trump talk today? What was it about? Is it about L.A.? I have no idea what Donald Trump was talking about today. See, the other thing too, guys, is that you can have a strategy, you can back test it, you can think you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, but you want to really dial it in. You don't trade news days because these things go against your strategy. No news days, hyper volatility days, wars. hacking. I mean, in our trades and our assets that we're trading, hackers hit Binance or Bybit or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? You don't want to trade those days because then that just goes, those things you can't account for with your strategy. And what are we at right now? Break even? I think it was a good stream, man. We had a smashing day, guys. We put up almost like $6,000 on the account, man, before we started yanking it off. I am doing this $30,000 to $1 million challenge. My only problem is that I started this challenge. I got my ZoomX partnership during the weeks that I'm going to vacation. So I yanked off 10 plus grand off the exchange so I can, we're going to go have some fun. And again, it looks like we are dumping. So I think we're just going to call it a stream, guys. I'm going to end up taking this $100 loss right now. $152 loss. Because to be honest with you, I'm going to end up, I'm not going to trade the rest of the night, man. You can take this trade. Remember I told you guys if I just wait it out, take a $350 loss, but let it breathe within this range. I might even do that. Just let it breathe within this range. If we lose this, then I'll just completely close the trade. But this is why you always want to just, if you're feeling that anxiety of missing a trade, just be patient and wait. A lot, Jeff. I'm reading out my the Coliseum chats right now. The probability of it bouncing off the same resistance, you got to play those odds. Look, it can do it. It can come down and bounce. Played here. She can nuke through it, man, but I just play those odds. You know what I mean? I'm going to play those odds. She did the same thing here with polka dot. Look, kind of just chop, chop, chop. Didn't come down to the support. Didn't come down to the support. Look great. Those tomatoes look great, babe. My wife's showing me. My wife is showing me some tomatoes. She's been growing all kinds of shit. It's pretty cool. That's me, Jeff. Like that? That's me, my brother. I did a little AI version. I'm sure you guys will be seeing me when I start doing some collabs with other streams, other channels. And that's me. All I did was just throw a little AI version of it. I don't even think this photo shows it right here. Like if I take this off, there's the crypto crank. Yes, sir. Again, I'm building the Cranksters Coliseum. This is where you will learn how to trade. You're going to learn multiple different strategies, styles, the psychology behind your trade, the patience. Start off in the Cranksters Lounge. Get comfortable. Watch a couple of the free streams. And then make your way over to the Coliseum, where we make a fuck ton of money. Consistently, with discipline, like a robot. Like I've been preaching for an hour and 20 minutes. There's a lot of great traders out there, and you know what? Some of them are going through the process of what they're doing. Some of them aren't. Some of them are a bunch of fucking chart fairies. I have a hard time. I ain't gonna talk a lot of shit. I'm just gonna say chart fucking fairies don't show you shit. I'm a hell of a salesman. But you know what? I have zero problem showing some real trades, the green days, the red days. My crew's seen me lose almost $7,000 in a single 20 minutes. Nothing to be proud of. It was a news day. Fucked me. was a news day. That's why I specifically said with a strategy, there's caveats, there's things, there's speed bumps that'll really mess up your strategy. What are we doing here? Come on. What time is it here? It's 8:22 my time. Bitcoin's coming down. Polkadot hasn't done it just yet. Tinkle, tinkle, chart fairies. That's right, Shane. KB, you guys know, I don't want to talk shit about it. I'm not going to throw names, but I've never seen certain people that are fucking trading on the internet, and I watch them show their trades. Dude, it's a pet peeve of mine. You know what? I see Jason Casper's trades. I see Crypto Face's trades. The rest are a bunch of fucking chart fairies. Pulling fibs, pulling volumes, looking fucking cool. And seeing a single fucking person showing their trades or what I'm showing you right now. Live trading. Getting down, boy. But again, I do this inside of the Coliseum every single day almost. You know? I mean, some of them, maybe they are absolutely trading and they're making making some bank. Real professional traders. Maybe they're really doing it. I don't know. Who knows? Who fucking knows, bro? Tinkle, tinkle, chart fairy. My freaking channel knows, dude. That's like a pet peeve of mine. These guys hear me talking and, you guys got to keep it real in the Coliseum. We're here to make fucking money. You can't be hopeful for an alt season. They're not traders. They're influencers, bro. And I know what they're doing. And I'd rather have some integrity. Show, everyone wants to say that. Come and join me and you'll know. My group knows since I've created my own channel. What I do, how I do it is the same shit every single day. And I don't tell them anything different. Not a single thing different. It's consistency. We've been talking about being a robot for fucking an hour and 20 minutes because that's what it takes to be a day trader. All right? We're not hoping that our bags are pumping. You're not hoping that your next altcoin is going to be the one. You're not doing any of that shit. You are day trading. You are taking your hard-earned money, putting it at risk with a plan. And that's just what day trading is, with a calculated plan. Again, risk management, patience, have an answer for an entry, an exit, a stop loss. Psychology behind your trades. When you're hot, when you're not. Are you only hot in an uptrend? Are you only hot because you like to watch every fucking crypto burn? So you love to short? The whole point of day trading is, can you trust yourself with the process? And you're ironing that shit out over a year if you're really, really good. Really, really good. Or years while you're losing money and you're building education. A sense of conduct. Straight up, a sense of conduct as you're learning to trust yourself with discipline. This is the way. The other thing, too, you don't have to overcomplicate trading. There's a million different indicators out there. There's a million different styles of trading. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Anything. Build to your arsenal. Build your arsenal from everybody. There's a lot of things that I pride myself on in the Coliseum because the group that I have, we're pretty close. Direct access. I enjoy talking to them. I think they enjoy talking to me. But almost everybody keeps each other in line with that mentality and that sense of conduct that I'm talking about. Using our tools, dialing it in, being patient, all of those things that I talk about how to be a day trader. And that's what the Coliseum's all about. So real quick, let's just take one more look because I'm about to get off. If you're in any of these polka dot trades, if Bitcoin gets the fact that this has come down, all right, the fact that Bitcoin's come down, all right, Bitcoin's come down and is at its support, and so this is what you want to see. This is perfectly candled up, perfectly synced. If this, man, this is what we've been waiting for. And again, we're just sideways accumulation. You can see here from here to here, it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is how long I've been streaming, an hour and 34 minutes. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. If Bitcoin gets any little pump, you're going to be making a bunch of money off of this polka dot trade. If Bitcoin completely dumps, I'd be saying, hey, get ready to get stopped out. But this is the sinkage that I'm talking about. We are here. I think it was a pretty good stream. Keep saying that. I enjoy being here with you guys. It's been a minute. Again, we started off, we were killing it. We were doing the $30,000 to $1 million challenge. We will continue to do that. Took a little money off for the vacation. No big deal. Get ready for the new exchange because they're doing something that they never do. I fought for the Coliseum. You start off on tier 4 fees. Low fees. Tier 4. Do you guys want to know what tier 4 entails? $100 million of trading volume by yourself. A match 1-to-1. You use my link. You put on $1,000. You get to trade with $2,000 for 30 days. Your losses only go against your initial margin. Up to $100,000. You put $50,000 on, you get to trade with 100. With the right instructor, Crypto Crank, with the right patience, strategy through the Coliseum, you can have one hell of a time over the next 30 days making a shit ton of money. And that's exactly what the Cranksters and the Coliseum will be doing. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right, what's going on here? We are up $45 on the trade, man. Little trade here. We got a lot of money on the trade. It's the other thing too. You don't want to go risking $32,000 to make $60. We wait to get us on up here, man, or close the trade out minus 200-300. But if we pop on up here, man, $600-$800. Let's go. One of the two, something's about to happen. Be right back. All right, I'm back. What do we got here? Bitcoin's trying. Again, keeps bouncing off that support line that I keep talking about. If this thing comes up here, just anywhere up here, guys, I'm going to end up closing it out. Again, we had just a killer day, so I'm going to end up locking in something. Let's see. I said I was only going to stream for an hour. We're going on an hour and 40 minutes. And again, if you guys can, please like, subscribe, follow me on X. Definitely follow me on YouTube because I do enjoy coming on here and radically scalping. I think the last time we did this a little while back, I think we ended up popping off $6,000-$7,000 for the night within the 2 hours. Tonight was a little bit more of a learning lesson. Kind of shouting out the cranksters in the Coliseum. But definitely likes, subscribe, so that way you guys can know when I'm going live. Catch a couple of free trades before you all end up inside of the Coliseum. My crew was asking me a couple months back if we were going to do a 24-hour live stream radical scalp method. You guys imagine? I've been scalping all day. I'm pretty burnt. But 24 hours, I think with the right energy, the right amount of sleep, I think we kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it. I gotta be honest with you guys, today we had way better price action than tonight. Anytime, any of these little bumps, man, were much faster, man. Right now, death by a million candles. It's all right. Feel it down to my plums. Here we go. Come on, baby. Who the hell is that? There shouldn't be anybody in the front yard. Here we go. Come on, Biddy. One little squeeze, boy. We've been waiting for it. The Cranksters, the Coliseum, the entertainment. Come on. And a lot of the times, guys, within a 24-hour day, a 12-hour day, whatever time frame you're able to trade, if you're patient, these positions are going to be available left and right. Normally, if I'm not streaming or if I'm not doing anything, you could just set the stop loss, walk away, set the profits. Real simple. What the fuck is this? And I'm just playing around with this. I'm just trying to see where we're at. Nothing's changed. Really, on the radical scalp method, guys, you're just playing in the support and resistances and just syncing up to Bitcoin. But geez, since we were streaming, this has been an hour and 30 minutes of just death by a bazillion candles, huh? Death by a million candles. Normally we come down to support and we bounce. What are we sitting at right now? It'd be nice to leave on a profitable note. It'd be nice to leave on a fucking profitable note. Sheesh. Seriously. Trade's valid. Trade's there. What time is it? It's 8:41. I wonder what my wife and kids are doing, boy. Shit, this is where we're sitting at on the trade, guys. I'm just straight hanging out in this trade right now. Again, I could just set and forget like the way I was talking to you guys. If we got one little pop all the way up into here, Bitcoin could just squeeze up just a little bit. We come up to the top of the range. One little squeeze right up into here into 428.8. Let's see here. 428.8. Quick $500. I'll take a quick $500. How about you? And then we can add to the winning streak. It ain't always like that, but man, it's a good day. 8 out of 10. I want to walk out on a pumperoni and queso. It'd be nice just to get that little pump. The trade's valid, guys. And again, we've just been accumulating sideways for an hour and a half. I got a feeling we're gonna pump. I've seen it. Come on now, show the cranksters something cool. And again, guys, there's just non-trading hours. Bitcoin has been acting like a stock with the SPY and everything, man. We're just hanging out right now. And to be honest with you, man, let's see here. I don't know how much longer I want to stay streaming. We got $33,000 on the trade here. 32.4. It's 32.6. Bitcoin's coming back down. Shit would be so much funner if we were in at that patience position that I talked about right in there. We'd already be playing around. We'd be up almost $500-600 just playing right here. Between the entry here and up here. Be sitting pretty good. No, but because we're inside of this mid chop, we just got to be patient. Or get stopped out. One of the two. A minute. 1 hour and 51 minutes, guys. I might have to just call it. Might just have to call it, guys. I'm going to let this trade breathe. If I get stopped out, you know what? We'll be 7 for 10. We're running 70%. No big deal. Again, we counted out the trades earlier. All the P&Ls there for the day. I'll take a 7 out of 10. I still think it's going to play out, but if Bitcoin decides to take a shit and this thing does, then I'm going to end up catching it in the morning or on my phone on the couch. One of the two. I'm going to let this sit back for about 8 minutes. I'll be right back. About 7.5 minutes, and we're going to cut the stream. Fuck it. Let's just cut the stream. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. If I get stopped out, I'll post it in the Coliseum. Bitcoin's bouncing again off of that exact same support that we've been talking about. But I hope you guys have a good night. I will be live again tomorrow inside of the Coliseum. You guys have a wonderful night. All right, guys. Have a good night.